Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 42 of Omnifactory. Now, behind me you can see my spaceship from last time. It doesn't look that much different, but if you look in front of me, things look quite a bit different. So I built this like torus donut-y shape as like the main area of my space station. I have built this energy core thingy to hold my energy, and it's doing a pretty good job so far. We've got 0.002% full. This is the tier 8, the almost infinite one. I've moved the ME system so that I can access all of the bits and pieces here. It takes a second to load in, especially when I first log in. And I have all of the things that I need here. I have a few little bits and bobs. I have these things for controlling gravity and stuff. So if I turn off my hover, you can see I've got the gravity set to this is the default gravity, which is very, very low. But if I change this guy, I can bump up the gravity to I guess the maximum. Let's try the maximum. It takes a while to get going, so we'll see what happens there. The orientation controller is cool. It lets me like spin the whole spaceship around. You can see the Earth or the overworld over there spinning. I like to keep it like slightly off center, but not too off center, otherwise it gets a bit disorienting. And the altitude controller lets us like zoom away from the overworld there, which you can kind of see. Is it actually moving? Yes, it is kind of moving. But again, it's quite slow, so we'll just keep it. I like it at the lowest altitude so I can see a nice big world there. How's our gravity going? 0.99. So you can see it's already made a bit of a difference. I have the, if I take this off, I'm gonna, no I won't actually, because I have air. So yeah, oh, I still have my boots, which gives me a bit of jump boost as well. But there you go, I have the normal Minecraft, I can jump up 1 block gravity, which is, I don't know. I'm going to leave it in the middle. The other thing I've done, as you can tell by the fact that I can take off my spacesuit without dying. The only thing is if I go into here, this is an airlock. If that closes, I'll start dying. Ah, no, I'm stuck. Ah! There we go. You got to be careful. So I have over, where did I put it? Over this way. I have this guy, oxygen vent. He's outputting oxygen. And he's getting the oxygen from a creative tank. Okay, it's not. Yeah, that's right. It's going out there and in there. I guess it's always outputting oxygen. I also have this little oxygen vent here so that I can refill my tank if it gets empty. And then I built this little dome thingy over here. So this is the same glass dome that I made in the overworld above our reactors. I just moved it up here into space. It has another oxygen vent right in the very center. A bunch of machines which I'll get to in a sec. The plan is basically I'll have, in the 4 corners, the 4 directions, we'll have another one of those domes. And I think it will look pretty cool if we jump out here. Oh, let's put the hover back on. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool from this angle. Down here we have 2 Neutronium solar panels. These generate solar panels all the time because of the fact that the sun is up there. I haven't made this look nice, but my hope is I can get a whole bunch of these like down here, in a big nice diagonal pattern, and then in the 4 directions too. I don't know if I'll need that much power. I've never really gotten this far in the pack before, so we'll see if I need heaps more power. But for now, those 2 by themselves are doing like a huge amount of work. So what have we got here? This is some stuff I've been working on, and this is going to get quite big as we progress. But basically this set of machines here, this one and this one and a part of this one, are making these guys, tier 1 steel-plated micro miners. Yeah, steel-plated micro miners. And it's basically like all of these machines together make all of the ingredients for it. So here we are making LV field generators. Here we are making the sensors. Here we are making the micro miner guidance system, the diesel generator. So the diesel generator is what, takes pistons and motors and things. So we have assembly machines making the motors and the cables. And what is this one making? Dilithium crystals. That's a separate thing, I guess. Here we are making resonating redstone crystals using blocks of redstone, because we have down here fluid solidifiers. So if we look underneath, these are all our creative tanks with various bits and pieces in them, and then they go into these fluid solidifiers to turn into like block of redstone or whatever. I decided to use these kind of crafters instead of the mechanical crafters because these things transmit redstone signals. It's really weird. So if these were mechanical crafters and this redstone signal was on, this guy would be powered, but this guy would also be powered because it transmits the redstone signal. So it makes it really useless if you want to have them tightly packed together like I have here. And these guys go pretty fast. If I had the higher tier capacitor, they go even faster. But so far the octactic one is fast enough. So I'm putting those tier 1s are going down here. I'm also creating quantum flux and chests. So this is making for us, we're getting dilithium out of it, but the main thing we're getting out of it is, the main thing we're getting is dilithium. Yeah, this is fetching for us dilithium. That's the main thing we need out of this one, which gives us the crystals, which allows us to fetch Layer of the Chaos Guardian. We'll need it for that, and we'll also need it for this guy for getting the Chaos Shards. So yeah, we need like an infinite amount. Well, not an infinite, but enough of that I think it's worth it. But the other thing it gets is this one with ultra dense hydrogen. So at the moment we're using this recipe to get 1 for 1. I could make the tier 2 and get 4 for 4. It's going to be slightly cheaper in the sense that like this is not 4 times as expensive as this guy, but I don't know, this is the only thing I would be making this one for, and I feel like this is not that expensive. So yeah, and this is obviously used to make the universe creation data, which we'll need to make hearts of the universe, which is what we're actually aiming to automate with all of this stuff. I did accidentally get my redstone wrong, so I have up here, this is putting out a redstone signal if there's more than 1,000 dilithium ore in the system. So it gets a little bit more because you get like a stack each time. And then I have another one turning off the processing of the dilithium ore once I have more than 10,000 crystals. But I made a mistake with this one. This one is supposed to turn off after it makes 1,000 stellar creation data, but I had it wrong, and I ended up making like 20,000 before I realized, and I turned it off. So I think we're going to use 20,000 anyway, so it's probably not a big deal. But yeah, that was a mistake. So that's the tier 1 micro miner. So you can see here we have 100, and if I take 16 out, it'll start building up again. It's pretty quick at crafting them, so that's good. Yeah, so the tier 1, the only thing we need it for is the dilithium crystals, the dilithium ore, and the stellar creation data. Now tier 2, I don't think we need, so I could make it to get stellar creation data 4 for 4, but like I said, I don't think I need to. I think this one is doing a good enough job. All of this stuff we don't need, because all of this stuff can be melted down into liquid form and then re-solidified. So I don't need the tier 2 for anything. The tier 3 I don't need for anything either, I don't think. Again, all of this stuff can be smelted down for the ores, I'm pretty sure. This stuff, actually, so there's like sapphire is one of the things I think you get here. I saw it there. Yeah, so We don't need sapphire anymore. Sapphire was being used to make this stuff, but we can make this stuff now by liquefying it. So let's go back. What else do we need? What else does the tier 3 give us? It gives us exquisite diamonds, which is this is the only way to get exquisite diamonds, which we can use to make diamond lattice, which we use to make crystal matrix. But crystal matrix we can also, you know, smelt and re-solidify. So we don't need exquisite diamonds anymore. I think we'll probably still need exquisite emeralds for these guys and these guys, the IV chips. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to need quite a lot of these. So maybe we'll need to get tier 3s to make the exquisite diamonds, because it's the only way to do it. But I'm not 100% sure about that yet. We'll see. You get quite a lot. Like you get, I get 32 there, which gives me 320 here. So, you know, maybe we can just stick to doing this one by crafting the individual components. I'm not sure. We'll see. So far, I'm okay. Maybe we'll have to think about it a bit more today. Anyway, tier 4 was the next one. And again, there's nothing here that we need. Oil, infinity, dust, which we're getting infinite of that anyway. We have a bunch of dense ores, which is fine. We don't need any of that. And osmium and iridium, we don't need any of that. So I'm pretty sure tier 4 is definitely one we don't need. Tier 5 is, again, we don't need naquita because we can liquefy that. I'm pretty sure all of this stuff we can also liquefy. Maybe not boron. How else can we get boron? Borosilicate glass. I'm not sure yet. I don't think we can smelt that, right? Oh, we can fluid extract it, and we can bring it back into that, and then we can get the dust, and then we can centrifuge the dust to get boron. So we can get infinite boron from liquids, right? So there's no need to do that. Same with all of these. So that's tier 5. Tier 6. Again, all of this stuff we can get from liquefying things, and Einsteinium, we've got infinite of that from liquefying things, and dragon eggs. We have a better way of getting that, which is the tier set. Well, actually, this one doesn't give us. This is not the one that we're going to use, but this is the one that we're going to automate next, because we need this guy, and we need this guy to get this guy's. So we'll get heaps of dragon eggs from this mission. So I'm not going to bother automating anything that will give us dragon eggs for now. We'll get heaps of those soon enough. But we have heaps of dragon layer datas. We can get those from loot fabricators. We've got these automated. We'll have to automate this, which is not that bad. But this one is the next challenge, and it is quite a doozy. So I've just finished automating this thing, which is radon plus a reinforced mining laser, which looks simple, but then it has this, which is this, which is this, which is this. Yeah, so that's kind of a pain. HV circuits is also, I'm only using the circuits that I have in my, oh, it's an AFK. I'm using the circuits I have from my base, so I've had to speed up some of those machines, like the LV ones, because it wasn't going fast enough to make these guys, but that's not too difficult to do. So I've started on this. So we have here the reinforced mining lasers being made. How come it's not making it? Oh, solidified argon. Why don't I have enough solidified argon? It's going very slow. I'm guessing I'm getting that from the ME system. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to get solidified argon so I can speed this thing up. And then this thing goes into one of these machines here to make the, wait, why isn't it running? Oh, I guess I have enough already. Supercharged laser. Yeah, I've got it set to 512. So that's fine. I'm also doing the draconium, compressed draconium. So I guess I have 1,000 already. Yep. So it's not that fast, but maybe actually I'll set it to 10,000 so that I have heaps and heaps in stock whenever I start making these en masse. But so it's not particularly slow with the LUV compressor, but when I need like as many as whatever it is, where is it? This guy. When I need that many, this is going to be probably the slowest part of making all of that, of making this stuff. I'm not too sure. So so I've automated making this. I've automated making that. Did I no, I haven't automated that yet, which we can do that as well. We also have to automate this guy, which is going to be a real huge pain in the butt because look at what it needs. It needs IV circuits. So maybe this is where we're going to need the crystal, those crystal components, these guys, because is there, oh no, actually, what is that? How do I make that? Okay, yeah, that doesn't really help, does it? It's still, I guess it's 1 for 8 instead of 1 for 4. And yeah, but the rest of it is actually pretty easy to make. That's a high power thingy. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to do that. And then we can make them slightly cheaper, 1 for 8. But it looks like we're definitely going to need a whole bunch of these guys, Exquisite Diamonds, and this is the only way to get it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to automate this at some point too, which I guess we've already made this. We've already made that. This is easy to make. These are easy to make. So I guess it's not that difficult to automate that one. And how many do we have already? I think I have about 5,000. Yeah, I have 5,000. Do I have any left? I have 1,000 of those. So that's, what is that, 10,000 more circuits that I could make, which is not going to be enough, but I'm going to leave it for now because I think automating the tier 7 one is going to be way more interesting. Yeah, this guy. So it's going to be, this is going to have to be, we're going to have to make an assembly line dedicated to all of this stuff. We're going to have to, you know, we've got these being made backlogged, so that's fine. This one is being backlogged HSSG, not backlogged, I mean it's like liquefiable. The LUV emitter needs another assembly line, which is going to be a challenge. We're going to need to make emitters for each of the previous tiers, all these guys. We're going to need EV circuits, HSSG frame, so all of this stuff is doable as well, but that's another assembly line that we'll need. This thing needs another assembly line with dragon stem cells, so we're going to need, and wetware processors. So we're going to have to drastically speed up our production of wetware circuits, which is not going to be easy. It's already really quite slow to make those, and these are also quite slow to make too. And everything else is pretty straightforward. We're also going to have to do a bunch of, let me just land, that's an annoying sound. We're also going to have to make a bunch of draconic fusion crafting, you know, backlogging things. So these are pretty easy. This is liquefiable. This is, most of these things are liquefiable. This thing, all of these are liquefiable. So we can make heaps of, we can make infinite draconic cores. We can make infinite of those. We can automate this. Same here, we have to automate this. We can get wither skeleton skulls. Wyvern cores we have to do. We can automate most of this stuff. This is a bit of a tricky one to automate. It needs, it's pretty slow to make the compressed ones, but you know, again, it's doable. What else? Oh yeah, the warp engine needs this one, which we're going to have to automate. It also takes a dragon egg. So we're going to need quite a lot of dragon eggs actually. Hopefully we have enough to get to the next tier. So we're going to have to automate making all of these dynamos. We're going to have to, like, as in, we're going to have to make them in, you know, an assembly line. We're going to have to automate this flight control unit. We're going to have to automate all of the tiers of energy conduits up to draconic at least. The vibrant thruster again. So we're going to have to automate all of these. The what are these things called? I don't know. I forget which. These are the what's that mod called? Thermal. I don't know why I thought it started with F. Anyway, these are the thermal thrusters. but then it also needs, you know, these guys, which are the wait, no, these are the thermal ones. So I need to make all of the tiers of the thermal ones, and I also need to make all of the tiers of the Ender IO ones, which are these ones. Yeah, that's right, these are Ender IO ones. So it's a huge task to automate all of this stuff. This is pretty easy. Dislocator's pretty easy. We're going to have to automate chorus flowers, which we have semi-automated back at the base, but that means we're going to need to automate, you know, fluxed phytogrow, which we have at the base. I don't know if we have enough, like if it's going to be infinite. It's based on ammonia, so we'll probably have to replace our we get that from the distillation tower. We're going to have to replace it with the creative tank. Phytogrow, we're going to have to get appetite somehow. I don't know how to get appetite infinitely. I don't think you can. I think you have to mine for it. So maybe, do we get appetite from one of those, like the tier 1s or something? Where is it? Nope. Not that one. Nope. This one. Tier 1. Oh, so it comes from this recipe. This, so I guess if we needed lots of appetite, you know, we can automate this pretty easily. We're going to have to automate this one anyway. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to get through, and we're easily going to fill this dome and the other 3 domes that we haven't yet built. So just to also give you an idea of how I built this thing, this torus shape I built using plots, which I put a link in the description. It's basically just a website where you can put in a shape and it'll tell you layer by layer how to build it in Minecraft, which is basically what I just did here. Just built it by hand. Unfortunately, it didn't take that long, I guess. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool actually. And then the dome again, like I said, I already had this from when I built the dome around the fusion reactors, and then I just like extended it down a little bit like that, and then I sort of brought it in to make it kind of curved on the bottom as well, and that gives us like our floor underneath, which we always use for cabling and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I might do a little bit more automation here and then come back and show you. I think there's not much point in doing it all on camera because it's just so much, I don't know, it's kind of tedious. There's a, you know, cabling and setting up the inputs and blah blah blah. It's all very, you know, the same stuff that we did in the last 40 episodes, just doing it all over again for an even huger automation task. So yeah, let me do a little bit more and I'll come back once I have some more progress to show you. And there's, did I say a little bit more to show you? I meant a lot more to show you. I've actually done, I've basically done all of the ingredients to make the tier 7 micro miner. So let's go through some of them. The first thing I did was this thing which makes, what are these? The reinforced mining lasers. I think I already did that, didn't I? Maybe, can't remember now. It was a few days ago actually. Over here we are making the warp engines. These were kind of expensive to make. So if we look over here, it's flux thrusters and dark solarium thrusters plus some draconic stuff. But these guys like need all this stuff plus this, and this needs this and this and this, and it's kind of crazy. And then this one needs these guys, which needs these guys, which needs these guys, which needs these guys, which need these guys. So I have all of those being crafted up. So we have all of the different levels of thrusters being made here. What is this one making? The dark solarium thruster. Why is it stopped? Oh, I guess this thing. Why did that stop? Bat. Why did a soul vial with a bat end up in there? Wait, why is it in... Wait, no, that is where it's supposed to end up, right? What's the other thing it's supposed to go with? Oh, this thing. How come that's not being made? Where do we make that? Like over here somewhere, isn't it? Oh. It's set to active with signal? Why? Oh, I must have been putting this into the, wait, fly. Oh yeah. I started off putting it into the ME system, and then I realized the only thing it's used for, literally the only thing, is to make this guy. Blast is low. So I decided not to do that. I guess I forgot to. Can I put 64 in there? No, I can't. They don't stack. Wait, they do stack, but they don't stack inside the machine. I wonder if I just grab a hot wire. Because there's literally no reason to have these in the ME system now. Let's just put them up there, and eventually they'll run out, I guess. Yeah, they're coming in. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so that's the warp core. Over here we're making a bunch of the bits and pieces, the draconic stuff. So here we're making Wyvern Cores. And the way I'm doing this is basically I have this little redstone clock thingy. You know, the redstone goes up to there. So when this clock is ticking, it'll be constantly making them. All of these just are fed in with, you know, simple limited item filters, so they get the exact ingredient that they need. And then this thing lights up when we're full. So I actually have way more Wyvern Cores. I accidentally made 3,500 of them instead of the 512 I had meant to keep in stock, but anyway, that's fine. I'm sure we'll use it. So yeah, there's a couple of others here. This one is making the advanced dislocators. This one is making the Ender energy manipulator, whatever that thing is called. And over here we're making the stabilized core thingamajiggy. Yeah, so over here we are making all of the different conduits. Yeah, all of these different types of conduits. I made this one an EV one because it's like assembling machine heavy, which is kind of expensive to make if they're all ZPM. Over here we are making some emitters, which is used for the LUV. So this guy, this is the one of the main ingredients. We had to make the LUV field generator, which is really expensive too. So that one needs all of this stuff, which, like, this is easy. These ones are easy. I have them stocked up. This is easy, easy. Making these now infinitely. This one is in another assembly line. So that's this guy over here, this little guy. And then this guy over here is making, oh, I forgot. I left some floor open. Can't have that. Yeah, and so this guy's making the tier below. This guy, the LUV emitter. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not a tier below. So yeah, those guys are there. I also over here am making the this thing, the Gemstone Sensor. Yeah, this Gemstone Sensor. So this one is set to stop once it reaches 1,000, so it's not going. What else did we have to do? So one of the things is most of the main ingredients all end up in the ME system. So there's 32 warp engines. How many? Oh, you just made 32 is how many we've set it. Yep. What else did we have to make? I think those were pretty easy. Yeah, these ones are being made over there in the fusion crafters, and these two here, this one and this one, were the two main like big ingredients that were really expensive. So what I'm going to do now is I just realized after I built this that it's like off center by 1 block. That's very annoying to me. It should be over to the right by 1. I might fix that, but maybe I won't. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to automate this, and the way we're going to do that is save the recipe, then grab all of the ingredients, and this is going to inform how we output them, right? So we put this on there, basically the same as the way we've done that one. Put that there, grab some ME conduits. Oh, that's weird. Let me guess I could have actually just not done that. That saves putting a conduit in front of this guy too. Like so. Then we gotta put, oh wait, not the bat, we don't need the bat. We gotta put you there, you, hopefully, I'm pretty sure everything will fit, right? I can hear it making some more now that I've moved it out of the ME system. Okay, that's that. And then let's get our, oh, I've got all of our stuff here, don't I? Let's get you popping into here, so extract there, and limited filter there, and we put all of the items here that we need. Let's get them in a row. Not, actually, this is the last time I need to access them, but anyway. So, like that. So you should all go in there. And then this guy should be inserting from up. We'll do smart insert. Oh, he's going to need power. Does he take ME power or FE power? Okay, he takes FE power. So I guess we will have to... Let's not connect that up. Let's take it through the floor here. Be filling it in, yes. So the problem with this machine in particular, is it'll fill like 64 stacks. Yeah, see, it'll like wait until it's got 64 of everything here before it actually starts the next item, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it means we just have a stack of 64 ingredients waiting, because we're going to turn this off once we get what we're going to do is we're going to do the same here, but we're going to have a downgrade. Let me just put a cobblestone there, because I don't want more than 16 of these. One stack of these is 16. Otherwise it's just going to be too much. Well, I mean, there's no particular reason why we wouldn't do that. Which way do we output? To the east. Auto extract east, and we've got to put a downgrade into this thing so that it can only hold one stack. Like that. Stack limit 1. Wait, 32 times 1? What does that mean? It says a single... oh, this is also a single... no, it's not a single stack. Why does it say the same thing? 32 times 1. 32 times 1. I don't know. So I think this is going to work now. I think it'll just take a while to fill like every single ingredient up over and over again. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Why don't I just quickly fill in this one that I have in my inventory. There. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Let me put these in here then. That was weird. Why didn't it go? Oh, I guess because... wait, where did it go? I'm confused. Where did it go? I didn't lose it, did I? I'm going to unlock it. Oh, it's there. Phew. Oh man, look at that. That's crazy. I had no idea it was so detailed. That's really not a Minecrafty kind of thing, is it? Okay, so we have one. And, oh, it's filling in other stuff. Weird. Oh, I guess because now the other stuff, if I put that there, it's going to start filling in these again, right? Yeah. Oh, did it make another one? It did. Let's put all of these in here then. And maybe we can get a few going so that we can start on our... Yes. What I want to see is what happens when we get to 16. Is it actually going to stop? But anywho, what I'm going to do, let me just grab one. And we're going to, oh, we got to hook it up to the ME system as well. How did I do that? Oh, I did it underneath here. Okay, so let's do storage bus. There, and glass. And of course we should make sure the only thing that goes in there is these guys, although we have the lock there, so we should be fine. Oh, there it is there. Let's head down here. Like so. Let me out. Let's fill in the holes. Okay. So now I should have tier 7s in the ME system. 8 already, wow. What's it missing? Oh, the Ender energy manipulator thingamajiggy. Let's pop you in there and it should pick that up. Oh, it just picked up 4 of them. Now let's put the warp core there and it should put them straight in. Interesting. You can kind of cheat it. What are we missing now? Energy core stabilizer. Let's put those over here. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, we are getting sidetracked. So what I'm going to do now is, what I need is, I actually, from this guy, I need both of these stuff because we're going to need dragon hearts for, not that, for this. But I'm thinking dragon hearts, because you get 32 at a time, instead of stockpiling them and having a large one dedicated to it, I might just add a recipe for them that takes one of these plus these things and spits out 32 dragon hearts. That's probably the way to go, but this guy we're definitely going to want to have a recipe for. The tricky thing is, how do we get 4 stacks of dragon lair data into here? Because this guy will only put at most 1 stack, right? I wonder if wait, 1, 2, 3. So what if I put a I'm just trying to think. Like if we had something that could give us a robot arm, and then we could use the robot arm to, I think robot arms will do more than 1 stack of stuff. But then there's like limited things we could put a robot arm in. Like nothing that could take 4 separate ingredients, right? That I know of. This thing only takes 1 like of each item. Let me come back and think about it. Okay, so I have an idea. It may not be the best idea, but it's an idea. So here I am just doing cobblestone as a test. I have in this basic quantum chest 704 cobblestone. I have a robot arm which says keep exact 256 in export mode. And so if I take out a cobblestone, it puts a cobblestone back. If I take out 4 cobblestone, it puts 4 cobblestone back in. So I think what I can do is, this thing only has like 2 accessible faces, but I can use phantom faces to keep each ingredient. So actually, yeah. So what I'll do is, this will be the ME interface. I'll have a limited item filter here to keep 1 stack of the ingredients inside this chest, and then I'll use that robotic arm into a phantom face that's linked to this guy to keep it stocked with 4 or 2 or whatever items it is that I need. I think it's 4 there, 2 there, and then these guys are fine. So why don't I do that? Phantom faces are not that expensive now. I can make them maybe even without, but not quite. Okay, I can quickly add a recipe for them. That's pretty straightforward. And I also need the phantom connector, but I don't think I need... I think I could just make that, yeah. There, and then let's make the phantom fade. So let's just do the first one together, just to make sure it's going to work. And basically, we'll go down here. We will have this guy. I'll put, well, it doesn't matter where I put it, but let's put it, say, here. And let's hook it up to, do you do this thing first? Shift, right click, shift, right click. Connection is fine and working. Okay, very good. And then let's put the ME interface like, oh, we'll just put it there. Good, that'll hook it up. And then we'll have, what are those things called? Dilithium crystals. Okay. And then we will have our quantum chest. Just a basic one is fine. And let's grab the robotic arm out of there. This is just, I don't need you anymore. Oh, I could have used that chest as well, but anyway. So we put you, let's put her on top. Why not? And then we will put, wait, maybe we should move it over a bit. Doesn't need to be so far away. Otherwise it's just going to be too far away from this thing. So let's put you here. Yeah. Now we're going to link it again, I guess. Oh, not that one. Block connected. And then we put you on top. And then we put our robotic arm inside there. And then we got to make sure we keep it exact. And there's no way to like type. Can I hold down or shift? Oh, shift, it goes a bit faster. Okay, that's good. 256. There. And then let's get these guys. Extract. Let's put a speed upgrade in there to make it a little bit faster. And oops, this one we're going to keep exact. Or not keep exact. Oops, what was that? This one we're going to do this. So and insert, and you should insert 64 there. And then this is connected to here, so we should have, yes, we have 4 stacks. Oh wow, I'm a genius. All right, and then we'll do the same with the other ingredient. And we should be good to go then. I'll be back in a couple of minutes once I've hooked all this up. Okay, so this idea is actually kind of a bust. So if you look in here, I have, it's actually only 2 dilithium crystals, but I have 3 stacks of dragon lair datas and 1 stack of dilithiums, but it should work according to my calculations. So this is asking for 256 of these guys and 128 of these guys, but it seems like this number is just like the total number of items in the chest, in the destination, right? So if I take one of these out, it'll fill it up with 1 more. If I take one of these out, it'll fill it. So this guy happens to be first, right? Yeah, if I take them all out, then it'll fill up kind of randomly based on which one, up to the maximum of 4 stacks, which this guy has. So that's no good. And I was racking my brains for what to do. And I finally figured out what I should be doing is not GregTech, but I should be doing, actually let me leave this for now, this stuff. This is logistics pipes. This is a really powerful mod, but kind of complicated, and I never really bothered to learn it until basically now. I haven't even learnt it. I've learnt enough of it that I can do this thing, and then that's like literally all I can do. So basically what I have here, this is my destination chest, this is my source inventory. If I take all of these guys out, it'll automatically fill it up. You should see them coming in a minute. Yeah, there they go. Packets of items. and then it fills up so that I'll have 2 stacks of cobble and 4 stacks of oak wood. One thing I've noticed that's kind of weird is if I take out 1 stack, then it doesn't do anything. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. But if I take them all out, then it replenishes it. But that's fine, because that's going to happen when the micro miner thingy goes in. It'll empty out the inventory and it should restock it all. The other thing that's cool about this is if I take everything out of here and like this hasn't finished yet, if I just put in a stack of oak logs, it'll then send those oak logs over until, so this one doesn't matter if this one is empty and it adds things. So this one it'll replenish. It's just this one it won't do like half replenishing stuff. So yeah, the way we do that is this is a provider pipe and it has no, like, just the default settings. This is the supplier pipe, and you put in here like the filter of what you want to end up in there, and yeah, that's the way you do it. It's pretty good. It's kind of a complicated mod. I had to do all this stuff with like I had to program the thingies and I don't know. Anyway, I figured it out eventually. So let's grab all this. Oops, did they end up in my inventory? Oh, I just lost it. What's that one? That one is a provider, and I should have the supplier and the basic. There we go. And we need the power junction because it takes power. I don't have any of these on stock, do I? Okay, here we go. Alright, so let me set this one up and we'll see how this one goes. Okay, seems to be working. There we go. So this is kind of ugly. I just had to mess around with it a bit until I got it to work. Like if I just put this thing here, then like these things were going straight into it. It was and then they were like popping out into the world. It was really weird. So anyway, I have this guy here, a basic logistics pipe, and then the supplier and the provider. And I probably could connect the provider directly to this thing, but then it wasn't working before and I couldn't figure out why. So I don't know. It is what it is. So the other thing we need to add is a gemstone sensor and one of these guys. So let's put one of you there and one of you there. And then if we put one there and one there, then it should work? Question mark? Maybe I have to empty it out first to do that thing that it needs. Let's see. Yes. One more stack of those guys. Okay. You're going to do it this way. And then... Oh, wait. I forgot to put here. This one and this one. Okay. So now they should appear there. And then... Oh, am I going to have to do it again? Okay, let's try it like that. Pop you guys away. Now let's try it again. Oh, you know what? Am I going to have space to put the... Oh, I guess I can put it up the front. Is it going to work? It's not working. Why not? You're there and there. You're there. Oh, wait, did I... I don't think I need to do that, do I? Oh, there we go. I put it in. And that should be it. Oh, wait, this thing doesn't have power. So that should be the only thing it's complaining about now is the lack of power. Whoop, can't get out. Missing item input. That should be everything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, gemstone here. Yeah, I think it's just complaining about the power. It just doesn't have a very good error message. So let's hook up the power. There. Now is it working? Yes, it is working. Very good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to put the level limiter down here, right? And let's see when we get it out. Where is this thing? Here. All right. Let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, and it instantly started on the next one. Wait, does it have an... Oh yeah, it only has one here, right? Yeah, okay, so let's grab you, and we'll also set up the conduit to put you back in the system. So this is going to look quite ugly, but let's insert on white and extract white. Okay, and then here we get these guys. Let's just get like 8 of them, I guess. We don't need that many of these, and I think it's going to be slower to get the chaos shards than it is to get these things. So let's grab a glass thingamabob. And some ME conduits. Oh boy. Now, the next thing we have to do, of course, oops, there we go. So you should be not lit up, and this will be going still. Yep, very good. So one other thing is this thing. Oh, 10. Yeah, it seems that they disappear for some weird reason. I have 25. Oh yeah. So one thing I did, it was making hundreds and hundreds of these, and I don't know where they were all going. And this, so I turned this thing off because I didn't want to like lose them, because they seem to just be going into the, who knows where they were going. So I think what I'm going to do actually is change this as well, so that instead of putting it into one of these guys, I'm going to stop extracting when it's full. And the way I'm going to do that is make you active with signal, and you are going to be here, and you're going to be emitting a signal if there's less than 16. So let's connect you up there, and then this is kind of ugly, but that'll do. So you should be active now putting stuff in, and then you should be active putting stuff in here. There it goes, and it made a couple more. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to not auto eject. Wait, auto eject on. We're going to not auto extract, and then they should end up here. We'll get 2 more LUV thingies in here. It doesn't matter if like everything is piled up like this, it's fine. There, so it should end up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to axe this thing. And we're going to get rid of that. And I'm just going to extract from here white, and then just put it straight back into here. So that way, what are they called? Tier 7. We have 16. Okay, so there. And then that turns off, so we should not get any more here. So this will like fill it up again. That's fine if it puts more in here. But we'll stop extracting, we'll stop putting them in there, and then this thing will just stop working. And I think that's the way to save our resources, because this thing just kept going and going and going, making more and more and more, and they seem to just be disappearing. So that's definitely not a good way to do it. And I think I'm going to have to do the same with this thing too. Do I have any of these? Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, that's how we're going to do that. It's not the nicest looking layout. Maybe I can fix that. Yeah, so we have the lair of the Chaos Guardian now. We have a couple of them, in fact. Oh, they don't stack. That's interesting. But with that, we need to make the tier 8 guy. And this is actually a lot of the same ingredients. So we have Warp Core we already have. We have this guy we already have. We have this guy. We already got this. These ones we don't have yet. This is the new one, a ZPM field generator, which is going to be, this is not too difficult, I think. Yeah, that's pretty easy to make. Easy, easy, easy. And then this guy, we're going to have to make a ZPM emitter, which we have, I think we have these guys already. The LUV emitter, I think, is being made over here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have to put some of these into the ME system so that we can access them, because we've kind of run out of space here. My plan is, oops, we're going to build another dome out here, which I've already kind of started. Basically, I have my copy paste set up already. This'll, and if I put you down here and I press this one, then it anchors it. So you can see this is where it's going to put all of the, you know, white stained glass. So what I can do is, because it needs more white stained glass than I can fit in my inventory, basically I just get a chest like this and I plonk it down here, and I can shift right click the chest and it'll like grab the items out of that chest. So now if I clear out my inventory, except for this guy, get all of the white stained glass that I have, and it looks like we're gonna have to make a bunch more. So that's fine. Oops. And I have some bone meal. Yep, plenty of bone meal, so I can make a bunch more. Bada bing, bada boom. Put you in here. I think that should be enough. And so if I just right click, boom, it builds it. All right, so that's another dome. And then I just build the floor manually. That's not too difficult. So I'm going to build that, and then I'm going to get started on the tier 8, which is, like I said, almost all of the ingredients we already have. There's not too much different. I have to make these guys, which is not too difficult. HV field generator, that's pretty easy, I guess. So yeah, warp core, I don't know, was I making that before? Can't remember, maybe I wasn't. Warp controller, EV sensors, we've made all these already. So yeah, a lot of the stuff we've already made to make the tier 7. Some things I've just been backlogging in the system, like this thing doesn't actually go into the ME system when it makes these guys, the LUV emitters. So that's what I'll have to do here, make some of these backlog, and we can shut it off instead of doing what we do here. But I think that's the way to go. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!